Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, Finally, I'm able to do this. Fifth time is a charm, I believe. They have been too long, so I'm going to try to be as short as possible here, under 10 minutes. But today, we're going to speak about altcoins and different, what it is, and different names of tokens and everything that is out there today, which makes a lot of people confused, right? So let's get into it. You probably know a lot about Bitcoin and Ethereum already, so I'm not going to go into that. But Ethereum makes smart contracts, which is actually bringing about this whole ecosystem that we're seeing right now with the DeFi and everything. So let's get into it. What is an altcoin though? Well, an altcoin stands for alternative coin, meaning all other coins than Bitcoin is actually an altcoin. So pretty simple. How I think about it is why we actually need these, because a lot of people are like, I don't want any shit coins, and it's that can be easy to say, but if you think about it, Bitcoin can't do everything, right? It's more seen as digital gold, and if you need another use case to make in this world of the ecosystem of cryptocurrencies, you need to have other implications for it, right? That's how I see it. So these coins are just different in the way they prioritize different aspects of the blockchain. Some prioritize anonymity, I can't even pronounce that. Some speed. So you have Monero Dash with anonymous, and Litecoin Ripple more in the speed aspect. So they're complements to Bitcoin, you could say, in this sense. And they also usually different in the algorithm they use, right? So Bitcoin uses SHA-256 and Litecoin uses script. And what this does is they have the same proof of work, right? But it's just Litecoin mines a block every 2.5 minutes, meanwhile Bitcoin just does 10. So it's just a different coding. They take away the code and they differentiate it, right? And Bitcoin is actually the first blockchain, meanwhile these others are more developed blockchain, you could say. ERC20 tokens, yes, exactly. So Ethereum is like the most fundamental thing in the DeFi space, and I would say the most important altcoin in my opinion. The reason for this is it's so dynamic, and it's the second biggest one. So when you write these smart contracts on it, you have the opportunity to just make immense, just crazy amount of different applications on top of it, decentralized applications. And to be in this ecosystem, you have to follow their protocol, which is their rule set, so to speak. So their blockchain, they have another blockchain, right? Uses ERC20 standard, and their token is ERC20. So if you want to build a token, that's the difference. We're gonna get to that soon. On Ethereum, you have to use their token, right? So what is the difference between a cryptocurrency and a token? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Coins or cryptocurrencies are just made for payment. You buy something. I send something to Bob, right? He wants to buy a coffee, and he buys the coffee. That's you could say a coin is. But when you have a token, it could be a percent of a company's share. If it's a secured token, if it's a utility token, it could be to join our project. You have to use our token. Okay, if that doesn't make sense, it's fine. We're gonna get to that soon. Coin operates independently, mean that they usually have their own blockchain. They have their own protocol. Litecoin has their own protocol and blockchain. Ripple as well. Meaning, while these tokens that are built on Ethereum has to use Ethereum's rules. That's the key difference in what I can take away, right? And the token definition is just is a constituted unit of value issued by an organization. A token represents of something in its particular ecosystem, meaning that everyone that uses ERC20 tokens, they have the same ecosystems, right? So let's say they could do a lot of different things. And the reason why you want to be in the same ecosystem is because, let's say when you were younger, you shot zombies, in these games. You got a token for that. But what if the token is different for every game you are in there? It's gonna be very complex. But if you have the same token, you can easily interact with each other. That's the purpose of ERC20 tokens. And they could just do a lot of different things, where I'm going to go into soon. But it could provide a better user experience, ensuring network protection, accounting for digital actions, right? So when we talk about tokens, remember, tokens are, you could say, cryptocurrencies that are built on top of an existing cryptocurrency, right? So you have Golem, or you have, oh my god, that is built on top of Ethereum, right? And then you have Tron and Nem, which are they have their own blockchain with smart contracting. So utility tokens, those are the ones you see when you look at when the people want to do ICOs, right? And it's the SEC is not in here, right? The SEC have regulation for security tokens. Why? Because it's like a stock. You get a percentage of share in a company, and then you can pay dividends depending on the valuation. So let's say a company does really well, then if it's a security token, your token will go up in price. If the company doesn't do very well, or the utility token should be the same. That's why it's a lot of stuff out there that should be a security, but it's actually a utility. And this is where the scam comes in. It's not regulated. You can just create a token like that and say this is my white paper. But if you're not careful, you can really. That's what happened with DAO. They said they were utility. Some person hacked it. SEC came in and they were like, yeah, this is not good. We have to fix this. So you can think of regulation, non-regulation, investment, really not an investment, use of the products. Like I want to play World of Warcraft in 2 months. It's not out. I buy it now and I get the product later. That's a little bit how they want to think about it. But this ecosystem, this Ethereum, the altcoins have made the possibilities of decentralized applications. Meaning, very simple, you have an application, it's decentralized now. Amazing. You could, for example, own your own data. Instead of Facebook taking your own data, you control your own data and you sell it, which is just incredible because let's face it, you're not going to use all your data and you're not going to use everything, but you could sell it, which awesome, money. Can pay more coffee, it's just amazing. Protocol I've already been through, but as I say, it's like the rule set of the particular coin that has different standards on how you should use and what you can do. But all of this amazing development has led us to DeFi, right? And DeFi is decentralized finance, right? And if you think about it, it's so corrupt, our financial system, and you need some type of regulation where you don't get this corruption that we have now, money printing like going crazy, and just everything is so incredibly complex and so fragile. And blockchain makes everything so much more fragile, and it doesn't make everyone of the rich more rich. Actually, it makes the one who is most honest, the most being able to bring most value, actually making the most money, which it should be, right? So I'm just going to take away myself here a little bit, but these are some applications that have been created. You have borrowing and lending. If I want to borrow money to Bob, I need a bank, but I don't want the bank. I want to give him money, right, and get interest. That's something, right? And then you have a layer 3 application, meaning that you have a token built on a token, which we're going to get into. Stable coins, very good for making people get involved into cryptocurrencies. If you have a stable coin, meaning one tether equals $1, for example, or MakerDAO, which is the most famous one in the DeFi space, you have the possibility of not being so volatile, which makes every financial decision for now a lot more easy going. Decentralized exchange, really good, and no one can shut you down and take your funds. Derivatives, more derivatives now than actually underlying assets. That will be able to not be when you have a blockchain. Amazing, just amazing things here. And here you have 3 different tokens that are built on Ethereum. So they use the ERC20. They're all in the same ecosystem, right? And you have, let's say you have 100 Ethereum. And you're like, okay, I have 100 Ethereum. Well, I can put it into DAI, which is, remember, this is a token, and this token has, the DAI is a stable coin to make this ecosystem work, right? So you have a stable coin, which is $1. Now you have $100, but let's just redo that because it's a rule. You only can do 66%. So let's say you have $66 in DAI now, right? And you're very happy because you have $66 in DAI. It's cool. But then let's say, okay, that's it. You can use it for different aspects. But what if you want to lend it out? Well, then the third application, Insta app, comes in. Be like, hey, man, you can lend it out to Bob if you want to, or to us, and we'll give you interest rate. You're like, what, really? I get no interest in the bank. They're like, yes, I know. This is a lot better. So, okay, you say, nice. Then I'll take 50% of this, which is $33, and you lend it out, and you get an interest rate of 8% of this, which is just amazingly cool. If you just think about the implications this has, you can lend out money without having a central authority. Right now, they take your money and lend it out. Amazing. This synthetic is the same thing in the decentralized finance, or not the same thing. It's just changing the derivatives market and the decentralized exchange. So instead of you being on a centralized exchange, you are decentralized, and you have the possibility to just be a lot more how can you pronounce it? Pretty much, it's a lot more trustworthy, you could say. Yes, I hope this is not too long. I hope you liked it, and thank you.